All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to create a membership platform inside of Simple Funnels. Now, we are going to have three different parts of a membership. So, inside a membership, typically you're going to have a place where you have classroom contents, much like a course. You're also going to have a section where you can communicate, where people can post questions, you can post announcements. And then you're also going to have a place where they can sign up for these monthly payments and come and go to your membership without you having to do any kind of manual admitting them or removing classroom or removing them from the communication portion, right? This is an all-in-one school in a sense where they're going to have everything under one roof, and it makes life so much easier when you're communicating with your students. You can point them to the classroom and all of that. All right, so let's dive in. First step. We need to go over to our Simple Funnels account and we need to go over to our courses and look at our products to decide what courses we are going to include in our membership. If you don't have the classroom contents up and ready, you may want to start outlining that. All right, so what I'm going to do is this is a new course that is not released yet, but I'm going to pretend that I am going to create this Simplifying Tech as a membership, not a course, okay? Just for the sake of this video. So Simplifying Tech is going to be the name of my membership, and it's going to also include the course inside it. So step one is done. I know what I'm putting in my classroom. So step two, we are going to go over to courses, communities, groups. We're going to go create group and we're going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this Simplifying Tech, the membership. Okay. It won't let me put it all there. So I'm just going to put that, the club. Okay. All right. This is going to be the URL that, let me take this out. You're going to still have your client club URL, and this is just going to be the slug for the actual membership or school that you're creating. Okay. So next we're going to have a group description. This membership is all about tech for online business. This is not a real membership. Don't come asking to join this membership. It's going to be a course, okay? All right, discovery is basically in the Go Collab marketplace. You can list your membership there and you would get outside traffic on it to see if people wanted to join it. Otherwise, you're going to turn this off and not let anybody see it. The only way they're ever going to see it is if you share that URL for your membership. Your favicon is going to be like a little picture. I'm just going to upload this one. Oh, it has to be a 1x1. Let me see if I have any 1x1s real quick. The only 1x1 I could find is this of my magazine. Okay, so we're going to use it. All right, just so you can see what it looks like. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick our cover image, which I'm going to use the same as my course. And then you can put your business logo as well, which is a 1x1. We're going to click Create Group. What's going to happen is if you are creating your very first membership, it's going to ask you to create a password as an admin for that group. But otherwise, I am now in the back end of my group as the admin, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour real quick before we get into the settings. At the top, we're going to have discussion. This is where people can write, hello, I have a question. You can write announcements. Your students can have announcements. They could have questions. You can create different channels or categories that you would like to have. So maybe you could have a hashtag winner and you could celebrate everybody's success. You could do hashtag social media or whatever the categories in your niche are. You can add that kind of channel there. Okay. So I'm just going to keep it with announcements, and this is what your feed is going to look like. It's a lot like Facebook. You can have people comment to the question, you can comment on their question, and you can also give it a like, all right? So over at the top next to discussion, we have learning. This is where our classroom contents are. This is where we're going to add my course. You can have your course or your digital product, whatever is in your Simple Funnels products, gallery, library, you can include it in your membership. You can have it included for all members, which I suggest having at least some kind of content for all members when they come in to consume. Then you can also have something where they're all earning points by participating in the membership, and they can earn digital products and different things at certain levels. So you can gamify your digital products, right? You can also sell your digital products inside. So if you have a course, you can put it inside the classroom and say, you can purchase this. It could just be a one-time price. You can give a trial. You could say, no, it's just going to be like a monthly period, or it's going to be a one-time purchase. Then you can also have a time unlock. This means that your students are rewarded with your course or digital product inside your membership the longer they stay. Before I move on, let's first put in my main course, which is Simplifying Tech Online, okay? So this is my main curriculum. Everybody is going to get this. But let's say that I want to add my daily profit tracker at 60 days after they have joined, they get to get this tracker for free. So you can layer in some of your digital products, courses, different things like that to incentivize people to stay in your group. All right, so now that we have that, you can add as many courses as you want to your group. We're going to go over to events. Events are very easy. You can just create, let's say you want to do a Zoom call. Let's do Q&A with Angie. You can set the time and the date, and then the location is a Zoom call or maybe a Google thing. Then you're going to add your link. I have to just grab a random link to put in there because I'm not going to create a Zoom link for this. A description, and hit next. And you could either charge for these calls or Zoom events, or they could be free. This is up to you, depending on the terms and conditions of your membership. We're going to create event, and it's going to show up on the calendar. You can also have guest speakers. You can put anything here and always lead people to the school calendar, your school calendar. I'm calling this membership a school calendar, even though it's not school. And they can see everything that's coming up in your membership. Over here is leaderboard. So if you decide to incentivize people by participating in your membership, you can incentivize them by ranking on levels. So they earn points as they communicate and like other people's posts. And it really just takes the spotlight off the teacher and helps it build a community, which is really great. You can do maybe a free call for anybody on the leaderboard of the 7 days, or a free call for anybody that makes the leaderboard for the 30 days. I have done PayPal, Coffee on Me. Like I dropped $20 into a PayPal account for them on anybody who was in the top leaderboard for 30 days. There's so much you can do with this. So many different types of strategies you can implement in your membership to really create that community. There is a great book. It's called Predictable Profits by Stu McLaren. And it's all about memberships and keeping people active and engaged and launching it and all of that. So I highly recommend that. I also have a course on creating a membership and the things that I do. So I will link both of those below if you are looking into wanting to deal with the strategy of maintaining a membership that doesn't drive you absolutely crazy and take all your time, right? You are the leader. Sorry, this is just a little side note, but you are the leader of your membership, and you can create a membership however you want. I've been in memberships where somebody's, hey, I only go into my membership every 3 days. And I know that if I ask a question, I'll get that answered in 4 days. She created the boundaries based on whatever her membership boundaries are, her rules are. So you don't have to create something that is going to be torturous for you. You can create it however you like. Over here is where you will see a list of members and when they joined, and then we're going to go to About. The About page is very important because this is what people who are not in your group are going to see, and they are going to want to know all about this group, what's in it. So you're going to put all that information here. You can add videos, images, anything that you want that's going to be a VSL, like a video sales letter, or testimonials, anything like that. Over here in settings, this is important. If you want to change the name of your group or the URL, you can do that right here. You can take it public or private. Subscriptions, this is where you're going to add the monthly fee that you have. So we're going to add price. I'm going to make this membership $20 a month. Branding, this is where you can change any of those favicons, the cover images, logos, things that we set up in the very beginning. Themes, we can make this any color we want. We can do like a custom theme. We can do a light theme. We'll just stick with the zesty citrus for now. Or maybe I'll do the blue because it's a little bit more on brand. Membership questions. These are the questions that you're going to enable for when they join your group. So it's going to say, hey, what's your email address? What's your name? Do you agree to follow all of our community guidelines? Things like that. This is where you can customize your gamification and rewards. You can add coupons or a reward. You can add names to the different levels. So like you can say you're a go-getter or you're a VIP or whatever you'd like to do. Links. This is where any of your really important links are. So let's say you have a login to your courses. You can put that there. You could put your main website, whatever you feel. This is where people will report content, meaning if there's anything that needs your attention, they'll report that. And if you have a school group and you're moving it over to Simple Funnels, which is something that I'm doing, right, you can actually do that inside of this. And then discovery, this is the Go Collab discovery. Do you want your group to be discoverable or do you want it to be private? Doesn't mean that they can join your group for free. It just means that they can see it on that Go Collab interface. You'll be there for random people to be able to see it. You can pick your category. All right. So that is basically the makeup of the community, right? You have your classroom, which we added in the courses. We have the communication aspect, and then we created the payment. You can change the payment of your group. You can change the price of your group at any point by going to settings, subscriptions, and then you can edit to like $23, save, and you can change it there, okay? So let me know if you have any questions below, and yeah, share your group with us. Share your group below this video, share your group in our community, and I can't wait to see it.